China isn't just catching up anymore, they just lapped us. They built trucks that does 0 to 60 in sport car time, has a karaoke machine inside, and drives for 800 miles without stopping. And the price? It's going to make you mad. We are talking about the top 5 most insane Chinese pickup trucks that you can buy once and drive forever. These things are built like tanks, loaded with tech that feels illegal, and they are absolutely humiliating everything we have in the United States. Buckle up, because by the end of this video, you're going to be questioning why you are paying double the price for half the truck. Number 5, MG U9. Okay, we're kicking things off with a brand most people still associate with tiny British roadsters from the 1960s. Yes, MG, but forget the nostalgia, forget the tea-sipping British vibes, because the MG U9 is something else entirely. This thing is a brute. The first time I saw it, I genuinely thought the grille was gonna swallow me whole. It's a massive satin black slab stretching from edge to edge, dominating the entire front end with a look that says, move or get moved. The headlights are narrow LED blades MG calls Hunter Eye DRLs, and honestly, they look like they're sizing you up. No chrome, no softness, no pretending, just aggression carved straight into metal. The hood has deep channels guiding air over the roof, and the giant MG badge sits proudly like a heavyweight belt buckle. It feels like MG took one look at the Ford Ranger and said, cute, watch this. Move to the side and the intimidation factor continues. The U9 is big, like don't even think about squeezing into a narrow parking space big. It stands tall and wide with serious body-on-frame energy. The squared-off wheel arches look like they could take a hit from a baseball bat and not even scratch. The wheels are detailed two-tone alloys wrapped in real all-terrain tires, not the plastic-looking stuff you see on budget trucks elsewhere. The shoulder line is high, adding to the fortress-like feel inside. Even the side steps look premium and integrated, not like cheap bolt-on bars. Large mirrors hide 360-degree cameras, and the door handles feel incredibly solid, giving that thick vault door funk when you pull them. Build quality feels shockingly premium. Swing to the back and things stay impressive. The taillights have a smoked 3D effect wrapping around the corners, almost luxury SUV territory. MG is stamped boldly across the tailgate just in case anyone behind you forgets what just dusted them. The bumper includes integrated side steps, making bed access easy, and below that, you'll find the tow hitch and recovery points. Everything about the rear feels planted and ready for work. It's honestly painful how premium Chinese trucks look now, while many American trucks still look like airport rental cars. Pop the hood, and the U9 shows it still respects old-school durability. This isn't an EV, this is the workhorse of the lineup. It packs a 2.5-liter turbo diesel, making around 190 horsepower and 420 Newton-meters of torque. Not flashy numbers, but diesel fans know these engines run forever. The real gem is the ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. If you know cars, you know ZF is the gold standard. BMW and Audi swear by it, and MG putting it in this truck means smooth, clean shifts every time. Plus, with a proper 4x4 system and a locking differential, this isn't a mall crawler. Mud, rock trails, steep slopes, the U9 is made for all of it. Safety-wise, MG didn't hold back. The U9 has a high-strength steel safety cage, 6 airbags including full-length curtains, and a surprisingly advanced suite of driver assist systems. Adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, autonomous emergency braking, all standard. It reads road signs, watches your blind spots, and even monitors driver fatigue. It's wild seeing tech like this in a diesel truck, especially when many American trucks make you pay thousands extra to get the same features. Open the door and your brain short-circuits a little bit. The cabin looks more luxury SUV than pickup. The dashboard is covered in soft-touch materials with genuine stitching. The digital instrument cluster is crisp, smooth, and customizable based on drive mode. The 12.3-inch infotainment screen is sharp, fast, supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and controls everything with zero lag. The seats are covered in soft, perforated leather with 6-way power adjustment and heating. They're supportive enough for off-roading, but plush enough for long highway trips. Brushed metal accents line the cabin, the air vents have a knurled finish, and the ambient lighting offers 64 colors, turning the interior into a mini luxury lounge at night. The center console is massive, with a real wireless charging pad, big cup holders, and a deep storage bin. The sound system isn't branded, but it's surprisingly powerful, giving solid bass and clarity. Rear passengers get AC vents, USB ports, and genuinely good legroom, not the cramped afterthought you find in some trucks. Practicality is excellent too. The bed is wide, durable, and deep enough for big loads, and the rear seats fold for extra storage. So let's sum this up. A ZF transmission, a durable turbo diesel, a luxury interior, advanced safety tech, built like a tank. In the US, this would easily be a $55,000 truck. The MGU9, in markets where it sells, it lands around $35,000. 35 grand? It feels illegal. You could buy this or a used Toyota Tacoma with 100,000 miles. Same money. That's the reality. Anyway, that's MG flexing on the diesel world. But car number 4, oh man, car number 4 doesn't need diesel, gas, or anything traditional. It can literally power your entire house during a blackout. You're not ready for this one. Number 3, Maxus Eterrron 9. Okay, car number 3 has genuinely broken my brain, and I'm actually angry right now. Not pretend YouTuber anger, real frustration, because the Maxus Eterrron 9 is the kind of futuristic, over-engineered luxury electric monster truck that America would absolutely buy, but somehow we just don't get it. This isn't just another EV pickup, this is a flex on wheels, a vehicle so packed with innovation that it feels like Maxus built it just to embarrass Western automakers. And the craziest part, it has a feature I've literally never seen on a modern truck, a full midgate system that turns your bed into an extended cargo tunnel. It's like the Chevy Avalanche got teleported into 2025 and upgraded by Tony Stark. Let's start with the looks, because the Eterrron 9 doesn't arrive quietly. The front end is a full sci-fi punch to the face. It has a tall, squared-off vertical front with a sealed grille featuring a starry matrix pattern that glows subtly at night. It doesn't look like it needs airflow. It looks like a digital fortress rolling towards you. Then there are the headlights, aggressive vertical stacks of LEDs that genuinely resemble the eyes of a Decepticon having a very bad day. The hood sits chest high and is absolutely massive, making the F-150 Lightning look soft and the Cybertruck look like a school project. And the illuminated Maxus logo stretching across the front, straight up futuristic intimidation. If this appeared in your rear view, you'd pull over and apologize for existing. From the side, you finally grasp the scale of this thing. It's more than 5.5 meters long, with chiseled, angular body lines that catch sunlight like a supercar. The squared-off wheel arches house massive 20-inch aero wheels that balance style and efficiency. But the party trick here is the air suspension. You can actually watch the truck lower itself on highways to improve range, then rise dramatically for off-roading. It changes posture like a predator preparing to strike. It's one of the few trucks that looks both elegant and dangerous at the same time. But the rear? The LED light bar curves around the sides, giving it a premium SUV feel. The tailgate is powered, of course, but the real showstopper is the midgate. The rear glass drops down into the body, and the panel between the cab and bed folds completely flat. Suddenly, your standard truck bed transforms from a 5-foot bed into an 8-foot cargo tunnel that stretches into the cabin. You can slide lumber, kayaks, surfboards, whatever, straight up to the front center console. It's the kind of engineering Americans have been begging for since the Avalanche died. Meanwhile, China said, fine, we'll build it ourselves. Under the skin, the Eterrron 9 is a giant electric sledgehammer. A dual-motor AWD system puts out 442 horsepower, which pushes this massive truck into Raptor territory. It runs on a big 102 kilowatt-hour battery pack, offering around 370 miles of range on the European cycle, insanely good for a vehicle this large. Towing, a whopping 3.5 tons, or about 7,700 pounds. Most EV trucks panic under towing loads, but Maxus engineered an aero tow mode specifically to reduce drag and manage range loss. And the 0 to 60 time? 5.8 seconds. A truck this size should not move that quickly. It doesn't leap forward, it teleports. Safety is equally extreme. The truck uses a 5-star safety structure with LiDAR integration, the kind of tech usually reserved for high-end autonomous vehicles. It sees obstacles hundreds of meters ahead and practically drives itself on highways. It can self-park, glide into tight spots, and even handle low-speed maneuvers autonomously. Watching the steering wheel spin by itself in such a massive truck feels illegal. Step inside and you instantly forget you're in a pickup truck. The interior looks like a luxury concept car turned real. The dashboard houses a dual-screen panoramic layout behind a futuristic 2-spoke steering wheel. Everything is wrapped in real Napa leather, soft, premium, and completely unlike the plasticky interiors American trucks still try to sell as rugged. The UI is crisp, fluid, and feels like scrolling through a flagship smartphone. And then, brace yourself, the seats have massage functions. Yes, massage seats in a truck that can haul concrete while you're getting a spa treatment. The center console hides a pop-out table for laptops or lunch breaks, turning the truck into a mobile office. The materials are soft everywhere, no cheap plastics waiting to rattle after a few thousand miles. And storage? Let's talk about the frunk, a 236-liter front trunk that is bigger than the trunk on a Porsche 911. You can fit 2 full suitcases under the hood and still have room for groceries. The AI noise cancellation system blocks road noise to the point where inside feels uneerily silent. Combined with the air suspension, the eTerron 9 rides like a Mercedes S-Class, but with the strength of a commercial truck. Now the painful part. A truck with massage seats, air suspension, LiDAR, a massive frunk, and 442 horsepower would easily start at $90,000 to $110,000 in the US. The Maxus Eterrron 9? Around $60,000 in the markets where it's launching. This is why I'm angry. This thing undercuts American trucks while offering twice the innovation. So here's the real question. Would you pick this or a Rivian R1T for $30K more? I already know your answer, but keep that thought because car number 2 solves the biggest EV problem. Range anxiety? Gone. We're talking 1,000 kilometers of range. You're not ready. Number 2, Changan Hunter REV. You think car number 3 was wild? That Maxus was a spaceship? I get it. But just wait until you see car number 2. This is the Changan Hunter REV, and I'm gonna go on record right now and say this is arguably the smartest pickup truck on this entire list. Why? Because it solves the one problem that makes American truck owners hate EVs: range anxiety. It deletes it. It's an electric truck, but it drinks gas. But not in the way a Prius does. It uses a range extender system. It has a massive battery for your daily commute, but it carries a gas engine that acts solely as a generator to charge that battery on the fly. You get the bone-snapping torque of an EV, but the go-anywhere range of a diesel. It is the holy grail of trucking, and I'm genuinely confused why Ford or GM hasn't done this yet. It feels like the bridge between the past and the future that we have all been waiting for, and Changan just went ahead and built it. And look at it. Bro, did they actually put that into production? Look at the grille. It is absolutely insane. It doesn't have a border. It doesn't have a frame. It uses this frameless lattice design that fades geometrically into the bodywork like a digital glitch in the Matrix or some alien artifact. It's the most distinctive face on any truck, period. You cannot mistake this for anything else on the road. The headlights are these sharp, T-shaped LED daggers that frame the front end, making it look incredibly aggressive. It's sleek, it's futuristic, and it honestly looks like a stormtrooper helmet if it was redesigned by Apple in the year 2050. It's bold, and I know some of you traditionalists might hate it, but you have to respect the audacity to design something this unique. Moving to the side, the vibe shifts from sci-fi to straight up muscular. The fenders are boxy and flared out, giving you a wide, planted stance. It sits high too, giving you serious ground clearance for when the pavement ends. The wheels are these rugged, blacked out alloys that look ready for the apocalypse, wrapped in tires that actually have some sidewall. The rear continues the theme. The tailgate is unique. In some trims, it's actually a split tailgate that can open in different configurations, or a traditional heavy-duty one, but the taillights mimic that same T-shape from the front. It looks tough. It doesn't look like a toy. It looks like a tool that just happens to be from the future. But the exterior is just the wrapper. Here is the magic, and this is what you need to understand. Under the hood sits a 2.0-liter turbocharged engine. But, and this is a huge but, that engine never drives the wheels. It is just a generator. The wheels are driven by dual electric motors producing huge, instant torque. The result? You get a combined range of over 1,031 kilometers. That is 640 miles. You could drive from Los Angeles to Salt Lake City without stopping once. And because the drive is electric, the 0 to 60 time is under 8 seconds. It's fast enough to merge, but the torque is instant. You hit the pedal and it goes. No downshifting, no turbo lag, just instant pull. It's the perfect towing setup. And don't think because it's a work truck that they skimped on the safety. It is loaded with a full ADAS suite that rivals a Volvo. You get lane centering, collision warning, and blind spot monitoring. But the coolest feature is the camera system. It's not just 360 degrees, it's a 540-degree camera. Yes, 540. It uses software to stitch together a view that lets you see through the hood and under the chassis. You can see exactly where your front tires are placing on a rock or a curb. It is built on a high-strength chassis designed for the roughest roads in China. So this isn't fragile tech, it's battle-hardened. Step inside and the shock continues. The screen wraps around the driver in a way that makes you feel like the pilot of a starship. It's a dual 12.3-inch curved display that looks like it was ripped straight out of a new BMW. The graphics are crisp, the refresh rate is high, and the navigation creates a smart route that accounts for your charging and gas levels perfectly. The seats are these sporty, supportive buckets covered in high-grade synthetic leather that feel softer and more durable than the real thing. They move the gear selector to the steering column, old school style, but with a digital twist, which frees up the entire center console for massive storage. The craziest part about driving this? The silence. In EV mode, obviously it's silent, but even when the gas generator kicks in to charge the battery, you barely hear it. They have insulated the cabin so well that it just sounds like a distant hum. It's a dual cab with plenty of room for 5 full-sized adults, and the bed is a standard size, fully lined and ready to work. It combines the comfort of a luxury SUV with the utility of a farm truck. So you're thinking, okay, 640 miles of range, BMW interior, futuristic tech. This must be $60K? The price is $23,000 to start in China. Wait, let me back up. $23,000? That is cheaper than a Toyota Corolla. That is cheaper than a Honda Civic. For a full-sized dual-motor range-extended pickup truck, this feels illegal to be this advanced at this price point. It makes you wonder where all our money is going when we buy trucks here. Would you pick this or a base model Ford Ranger that gets half the mileage and has a plastic interior? Before we move on, quick question. Which of these 4 cars would you pick so far? Stick around because car number 1 is the one that will make you drop your jar. It has a rotating screen, karaoke, and it does 0 to 60 faster than a Raptor. Number 1, BYD Shark 6. And here we are. Number 1, the apex predator, the BYD Shark 6. This is the truck that has Ford and Toyota executives sweating in their sleep. And honestly, they should be terrified. This isn't just another competitor, this is the end boss. It is the most advanced, most powerful, and most terrifyingly capable truck to come out of China, period. It features technology that sounds like it was stolen from a government lab, including the DMO Super Hybrid Off-Road platform. It has a screen that rotates like a piece of Tony Stark's tech. It has a built-in karaoke machine. Yes, you heard me correctly. And it has more horsepower than a base Porsche 911. If you're a US truck enthusiast, looking at this truck feels like looking at an ex who got insanely hot after the breakup. You want to hate it, but you just can't. The name, Shark, isn't just marketing fluff. The design team took it literally. The front fascia looks exactly like a shark's mouth opening up to swallow the competition. It features a massive BYD logo right in the center of the grille, bold, unapologetic, and loud. The headlights are connected by a full-width LED light bar that gives this wide, menacing stance, especially at night. It looks like a cybernetic predator stalking the highway. And look at the bottom bumper. That silver skid plate is designed to look like teeth. It's aggressive, but it works. It doesn't look like a bubbling, friendly eco truck. It looks like it wants to fight. The proportions are absolute perfection. It sits in this Goldilocks zone, slightly bigger than a Ford Ranger, but slightly smaller than an F-150. It is the size that every American actually wants, but can't find anymore. The body lines are sharp and creased, and the rear bars, those flying buttresses, are aerodynamic, reducing drag while making the truck look fast even when it's parked. And those wheels are massive, 18-inch alloys wrapped in road-gripping rubber that fill the arches perfectly. The rear mimics the front with a stunning full-width taillight bar and BYD stamp so huge on the tailgate that the people behind you will never forget who just gapped them. It looks premium, tough, and high-tech all at once. But the styling is just the appetizer. The powertrain is the main course, and this is where the Shark bites the hardest. It is a plug-in hybrid PHEV built on BYD's proprietary DMO platform. It combines a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine with massive electric motors. The total output? Over 430 horsepower. That is an insane number for a mid-size pickup. It rockets from 0 to 60 in just 5.7 seconds. That is sports car territory. That is faster than almost any gas truck on the road today.
But because it's a PHEV, you get an electric-only range of about 60 miles for your daily commute, meaning you burn 0 gas M to 5, and a total combined range of 520 miles for the weekend road trip. And here is the kicker. It has independent rear double wishbone suspension. Most trucks use leaf springs, which is technology from the 1800s. The Shark uses a suspension setup found in luxury sports SUVs. It doesn't bounce over bumps, it absorbs them. It handles corners flat. It drives like a performance vehicle, not a farm implement. Safety-wise, BYD is flexing hard. They use cell-to-chassis technology, which means the battery isn't just bolted on, it is structurally part of the frame. This makes the truck incredibly stiff and resistant to torsion. It's basically a fortress on wheels. It has every safety feature imaginable, from autonomous braking to rear cross-traffic alerts, keeping you safe while you are launching it at traffic lights. Then you climb inside, and your brain just breaks. The interior of the Shark 6 makes a Ford Ranger look like a plastic toy from the dollar store. The driver gets a crisp 10.25-inch LCD instrument panel and a heads-up display that projects your speed and nav right onto the windshield so you never take your eyes off the road. But the center screen, oh my god, the center screen. It is a massive 15.6-inch display, and it rotates. With the push of a button, the entire screen physically spins from landscape mode, perfect for maps, to portrait mode, perfect for Spotify lists or TikTok. Bro, why is this so cool? Is it a gimmick? Maybe. Do I want it? Absolutely. It adds this level of wow factor that is completely missing from US interiors. The seats are ventilated and heated with 12-way power adjustment, covered in premium materials with sporty orange accents that give the cabin a high-energy vibe. The gear shifter is this chunky, tactile block that feels like the throttle on a fighter jet. Clicking it into drive is an event. Practicality is everywhere. Wireless charging pads, huge storage bins, and tons of USB-C ports to keep the family charged. You even get an NFC key card, so you can unlock and start the truck with your phone or a credit card-sized key, Tesla style. But the feature that proves China is just having fun now, it comes with a karaoke microphone. Yes, a literal microphone. It pairs with the car's audio system, so you can sing your heart out while driving down the highway. Why? Who knows? But the fact that they included it is hilarious and awesome. So let's talk about the damage. You're looking at a truck with 430 horsepower, a rotating screen, karaoke, luxury suspension, and 0 to 60 capabilities that embarrass sports cars. In the US, a Ford Ranger Raptor, which is the closest competitor in terms of fun, is nearly $60K to $80K depending on markups. The BYD Shark 6? In the markets where it's sold, it converts to roughly $38,000 to $45,000. This right here is why I'm jealous. It's half the price of a Raptor, but it feels 2 generations ahead in tech. It makes you realize that we are overpaying for legacy badges while everyone else in the world is getting spaceship trucks for the price of a Camry. So the final question is simple, but it hurts. Would you pick this? Or would you stick with the Ford Ranger Raptor and pay double just for the badge? I know what my wallet would choose. All right, that was the top 5. 5 Chinese cars that just made me question everything I thought I knew about automotive tech. Which one would you actually take home? Drop your pick in the comments. I need to see who's Team Shark or who's all about that radar life. Smash that like button if your jaw dropped even once, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next insane reveal, and ring that bell because next time we're checking out another Chinese car that'll make every US car owner a little jealous. Bro, I'm still shook. Which of these 5 would you drive first?